Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 21, we see a flashback of Maki talking to Tsurugi about how, like, they were the same and they get stronger through sacrifice or loss. And then, like, but you don't need to, like, sacrifice things just to get stronger. You need to keep things, and then, like, also to sacrifice things that you should sacrifice, but just don't sacrifice for strength. And then she's like, I wish, you had an aunt once. And then he's like, yeah, Aunt Mai. And then she's like, I wish she was still here. I wish I didn't have to kill her to get stronger. And then she's like, maybe in some other world that could have been possible, but like that's only for me to admit right now. And then we cut back to the present where Tsurugi is fighting, and he's getting ready to slash, but he lets go of his katana, and like Maru slashes him, and I think he's dying because he's just freaking got slashed. And he's like, why did you let go of your katana? And he's like, I don't know. I'm just a kid. And then he's like, but you could have won. He's like, yeah, I don't know, bro. And then Maru's like started contemplating everything, and he's like, but you're the Earthlings. You should live here. You're the ones who were here first. And then he's like questioning things like, wait, but what about the people who never had a place to live, or have never belonged anywhere, or don't belong where they used to belong? And he's like contemplating everything, and he's like, if the people who live here are always right, what does that mean? And he's like, you know what, Suri, I don't know anymore either. So he like finds like solace in that, like not knowing. And then this little freaking girl appears like out of dust, I think. I don't know what it is. But she comes, and then we see this giant freaking goat looking thing appear and like open his third eye, because it's a Callian, I think it is. Yeah. And then we cut back to the Dabura and Moharanga fight, and then Dabura's just talking a lot, and he's like, dang, is he adapting already? What is he adapting to? He's like, my cursed energy, my existence? I don't know. And then he's like, dang, you're the only one who's been quieter than me, but you're also someone I want to talk to. And then he does a domain expansion, because he's like, does this technique already exist on Earth? And he does a domain expansion, which is really cool. It's called Transcendence. Between light and dark. I don't know if that's probably not the proper term, but anyways, he does the domain expansion, and then we cut to Yuji Itadori meeting up with Cross, and he's like, yes, I'm glad you're here. My curse technique has chosen you to be a part of this. And then he's like, be a part of what? And he's like, I want to bring harmony to this Earth between Earthlings and the Romulans. And then he's like, okay, but what's harmony mean to you? And then he's like, I want to create a world where spirits never existed. And then he's like, that's actually a lifelong dream of one of my brothers. And then he's like, is he here? And then he's like, yeah, my curse technique also chose him. And then they walk to the back, and they're like, yes, you're finally dead. You're finally dead. I've been waiting so long to meet you. You're finally dead. And he's like, wait, you're not dead. And then guess what this is? It's freaking Mojito. And he's like, wait, I've been waiting so long to see you dead. Why are you not dead? And he's like, wait, I just wanted you to be dead. And then he's like just going crazy. I thought it was Gojo at first, because it like showed a guy with long white hair and then a freaking wide eye, but no, it's Mojito. But yeah, it's crazy. Chapter great. Go read it. Bye.